Hey guys, Jason the Lazy Heretic here with another weekly video for you. And so if you follow along in the blog, and the link as always is going to be in the description down below, you'll know that at the end of last year, just 9 days ago now, in 2017, I completed 16 years in ministry. And I was surprised, personally surprised, for two reasons. One, because I counted wrong. I thought that I had completed only 15 years of ministry, but turns out it was 16. And the second one was because it's gone by so fast. Honestly, as I wrote on the blog, I can still remember my first day on the job. So, to celebrate my belated 15 years and my 16 years, I'm doing a series on the blog and here on YouTube over the next 4 weeks, looking at 16 of the things that I've learned over the past few years from being in the trenches, as it were. At the end of my first post, I gave a bonus thing that didn't actually appear on the list that I'd written out when I prepared and planned for this series. And when I was reflecting on it, I thought, why wasn't that on the list when I first wrote it out? Because it seemed so obvious. As I was writing the post out to start this series, it kind of popped into my head. It was like, this is a thing. This is a major thing. And that's the idea of calling. Right? The idea that if you're going to be in ministry, you need to be called by Jesus. Or rather, let's put it another way, if you're going to last in ministry, if you're going to last the distance, if you're going to be effective in ministry, then we need to have a clear call to ministry from Jesus. So this is so important because it's got to be foundational for all that we do in our ministry. I mean, over the years, I've worked in a lot of different positions in different churches and contexts, and I've seen heaps and heaps of people come and go from the work of ministry. A lot of them burnt themselves out. And one church I worked for 10 years in the church, and I saw over 25 staff come and go in those 10 years. I counted them the other day as I was kind of preparing for this. I was like, how many? 25 is a lot. A lot of them were filling in, to be fair. A lot of them were short-term contracts, but the majority of them, especially the younger ones, those kind of in my generation and probably about 5-10 years younger, were in it for the recognition, for what they could get out of it, rather than they were in it because they were called to it and because they wanted to serve. And the truth is, you can kind of tell these people who are in it for the recognition from a mile away because they actually have different ways of being in church. When they're asked to do something like administration, for example, they balk at the idea. They're like, whoa, hold on a second, let's get on with the cool stuff, right? But the truth is that most of ministry is actually made up. If you've been in ministry for longer than 6 months, you know most of it is made up of the boring stuff that you have to do that props up all the other stuff that you get to do. So the administration, while most people who go into ministry aren't really about it. I mean, I am not an administrator. I don't like it in any sense of the word, but it's part of the job, and I do it because if I didn't do it, certain things wouldn't get done, and things would kind of fall apart. They'd start to kind of decay, and systems would not work. And so you got to do it. Stuff that you don't like. I mean, that's kind of a part of life, isn't it? Now, I'm not here to bang on about administration or say that it's bad or anything like that. There's people that love administration, but we need the point I'm trying to make is we do need to make sure that we have a clear call from Jesus to be about his ministry, because ministry, it is difficult, right? It's not easy. There will be times that you want to quit, but if you are sure, deep down inside, sure that you've got this call, then that's what you can go back to. That's what will help you to keep going no matter what, because success, in the end, success in ministry, it's not about numbers, it's not about recognition or having a massive following or being the cool church in town or the cool ministry in town. Success in ministry, let me spell it out to you guys, success in ministry is measured by our faithfulness to the call of Jesus on our lives. Okay? If you don't take anything else away from this, take that away. It's faithfulness. Success is faithfulness to the call that Jesus has placed on our lives. Okay? Be blessed this week, guys. Don't forget to share around the content that we put out on our different channels. Subscribe to the 2 podcasts. Follow us on Facebook. Find us on Twitter. Check out the blog. And make sure you subscribe to this channel and give us a like. All right? God bless you guys, and we'll see you next week.